you?
I'm doing great, great. So you were here last year in November, and now you have a new book out, Volume 2, Dear Queen. I'm absolutely loving the book. The first one was absolutely amazing. So, how long did it take for you to write the book?
Well, I'd say probably about a good 5, 6 months.
Okay.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Had some thoughts in my head, and I said, "Hey, let me just put it down on paper."
Okay, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So your new book, which is Dear Queen, Volume 2. So before we get into what it's about, tell us a little bit about Dear Queen, Jewels of Wisdom. And that was the volume 1, correct? Jewels of Wisdom.
Right, right. Yeah, jewels of wisdom for loving yourself, knowing your worth, and that one I define queen as quintessentially unique, empowering everyone naturally. And Dear Queen, the first installment came from me just writing love letters to girls in high school. And years later, it dawned on me. I said, "Hey, if I can write letters of love to girls, why can't I write a book of love to women? To love
Wow.
yourself and to know your worth." And so it really just became a love letter, a literary love letter in book form to just celebrate the value and the virtue of women in society.
Wow, wow. That's amazing. A love letters to women. I mean, it's
Yeah,
good. I love it. I
yeah.
gave it to my girls in the my girls empowerment program, and
Right.
they like it. The moms like it. So it's really good. One of the girls said, "My mom took my book. Can I get another
Oh,
one?"
wow. Wow.
And it's
Unbelievable.
just, yes, it's just absolutely amazing. So what made you write volume 2 of Dear Queens?
You know, uh, yeah, Dear Queen has kind of been like my thriller, so to speak. It's been one of
Okay.
my most popular books and kind of like my magnum opus, so to speak. And I said, hey, if this book keeps selling like it does, maybe I should write a second installment.
Yeah.
And I felt like the book was not a finalization. I felt like it was a continuation of a conversation that I wanted to keep going. And I didn't really deal with the crown too much in the first book.
Uh-huh.
And so that really became the subtitle and the substratum for the second book, How to Wear Your Crown, Walk
Yeah.
in Authority and Authenticity. And so I
Yeah.
really wanted to deal with all of that, especially with much of the conversation on social media and beyond about, what do women bring to the table? What's a woman's real value? And a lot of
Yeah.
that has been deleterious to women. And I just wanted to just approach all the alpha male affinity and the hyper masculine conversation with, hey, let us still celebrate the value of women in society. No nation can rise without its women. We can't put them down. We got to lift them up. And I think this book is one of those galvanizing places to do that.
Yes, absolutely. It
Yeah.
absolutely is. I mean, it's so enlightening. And it's something that women need, especially having it come from a male's perspective, makes it even more just even more even enlightening because we're getting it from what you think a queen should be and empowering other queens. I love
Yeah.
the purpose driven queen. Like, I really like
Mm-hmm.
that. And it says a
Mm-hmm.
kingdom queen can be defined as a purpose driven woman. She positions herself under and operating according to the rule of God over every area of her life. And I like what you said here. You said, God, you can't come. No, God, you can't come into my bedroom, but you can meet me in my prayer room.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah. We
that's
a lot of
good.
times
That's good.
we put a little cautionary tape around the places where we only allow God to go into when he
Yes.
should have, the parameters and the rights to be in every single place in our lives. We exclude him rather than include him. And so,
Yes.
I wanted to get into that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, I really like the book. I got to finish reading it, but it's been so good so far. So, what separates you from other male writers that's in your field?
Yeah, I think really what separates me, and it could be argued, hey, am I the best writer that there is? Who knows? But I think it's just mainly consistency.
Okay.
I think talent, I think hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And for me, hey, whether I'm the most talented writer or not, who knows? But I believe I'm one of the most hardworking. And,
Yes,
I
you
think
are.
my body of work through the years, you can see the growth, you can see the development, in my writing style. And I just have a stick to itiveness and a don't quit. I'm going to give you content consistently. It's going to be refreshing. It's going to be reinvigorating. It's going to be refreshing, and it's going to cause you to think. And so I try to do at least, a book a year. This year, I'm going to do 2 books a year. And I think
Okay.
it comes from the place, whatever you do best is what you should do most. And I think that the pandemic that we've been in, has taught us not to be paralyzed, but to be proactive.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I like what you said. You said whatever you do most,
Yeah.
do you do best.
Yeah. Whatever you do
Yeah,
best is what you should do
what
most.
you do
Yeah,
most.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, and you definitely are a phenomenal writer. And this is book
Well, thank you.
12, or is it 13?
That's book 13. Yeah. Book
13.
13.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And yeah.
And this is bestseller as well. Has it hit bestseller yet?
Yes, it went #1 as a pre-order as well as the day of release.
Awesome. Well,
So yeah.
congratulations to you on that. I mean, you all your books are bestsellers. So, I mean, it's no doubt that it shouldn't be a bestseller because it always is. I mean, your books are absolutely great. You're absolutely a great writer. So we know that you are also a minister and you have a school where you teach others to speak publicly. What is one key tool you can share that you believe is necessary for public speaking?
Well, with public speaking, it is one of the most frightening things to do. It is the number one fear factor, beyond planes, beyond reptiles, beyond heights, bungee jumping, all of it. People are
Yes.
just totally afraid to stand in front of a crowd and speak. And so I think one of the main things is being able to develop your signature story. Everybody has a particular story. Everybody's gone through something. Everybody's has experienced something in their life, whether directly or indirectly. I think you've got to find a way to purpose it, to package it, to story tell it, and to be able to share it. Bringing in the imagery to your story, being able to be a little theatrical, being able to have the voice inflection, being able to play the pauses of your story, and to be able to share it to where you're not just so much communicating from your head, but you're communicating from your heart. And it is not so
That's
much that you're
good.
communicating from your heart that you discount the information, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the intellectuality that's in your head. Being able to bring it all together. TD Jake says, pray yourself hot, think yourself clear, let yourself go.
Yes.
And I think that that's a good substratum to be able to share your message in a way that touch the hearts of people.
Yes, yes. And you said something so profound, communicating from your heart. Because
Yeah,
people can
yeah,
feel if it's coming from your heart or if it's just a rehearsed speech. So
that's
communicating
right.
from the heart is very important. You definitely speak from the heart. You write from the heart too. That's why it's always bestseller. So I just had to throw that in there.
I can never take it for granted. I can never take it for granted. I'm always, biting my nails and on the edge of my seat, wondering how it's going to be received. But
Yes, yes,
gratefully, it is.
yes, yes. So public speaking, is that something that you always, wanted to do or always have done? Was it easy for you because you do it so well? But has it always been smooth and easy for you?
Absolutely not. if I said yeah, I'd be lying to you. I never had a desire to write a book, much less to even speak in front of a crowd.
Wow.
I grew up very, very shy. My favorite 2 classes in school were gym and lunch. One chase the girls in gym and then sit down eating with them at lunch. I was a sports guy, and so that's all I focused on.
Okay.
But cancer took me a different route. Beating stage 4 cancer, 2022 marks 22 years being cancer free.
Awesome.
And
Amazing.
my mother told me, "Hey, you got to share your story." And even before I began to share my story with literally a dollar and a dream of my name in a dorm room on a college campus, I did my first message in Kingston, Jamaica, with cancer in my body,
Wow.
and preached a message called "Destined to Overcome the Odds."
Wow.
And I mean, I was so afraid to get up there and speak. I was, I would hate to see if there's any videotape of it now. I probably couldn't bear to watch it. For years, I couldn't even stand to listen to my own voice. So overcoming all that fear, and I think the more that you do it, the better you become at it.
Yeah.
Practice does not make perfect. It is the fundamentals that you learn while you practice that help you to become and really perfect your gift. And so, I just realized, hey, I got to share what I've gone through. And,
Yes.
I may shake, but I should continue to speak. I
Yes.
may stutter, but, I can't fold under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody needs to hear what I have to say. And really, I think is a testament to all of us. We talk about believe in yourself, which is the title of your show. Somebody's waiting for us to become who we are so they can become who they're supposed to be. And until we do
Wow.
it, they can't become it.
Yes. Someone's
But we got to
waiting.
believe in ourselves. Yeah.
Yes. Got to believe. That's good. That's good. So you minister, and you can tell you're a minister and man of God, and have that awesome testimony of how God brought you through and healed you. So do you minister at your own church, or do you go out a lot on minister engagements and minister?
Yeah, I do both. I do
Okay.
both. Just recently did Seven Last Words of Jesus. For Good Friday at a church. I've got to do a few more speaking engagements coming up
Okay.
for just a regular service as well as a pastoral friend of mine for his pastoral anniversary. So always, been an itinerant minister for years, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a passion. That's really how I learned to cultivate my gift.
Okay.
Studying, pastors when I was a kid, much less speakers or whatever the case may be, and just being able to bring it all together. I'm grateful to be able to go, from the spiritual to the secular arena and
Yes.
still not lose my authenticity in that
Mm-hmm.
and really, maintain who I am and still be able to be received by different, with people from all different walks of life.
Yeah, and making a great impact, and your
Yeah.
story is very inspirational, give a lot of people hope. So how can people buy this awesome book, Dear Queens Volume 2?
Well, you holding it
Yeah.
up. You look better than I do
Yes.
holding it up, but need to make you the model of excellence for it. The book is available everywhere, pretty much where books are sold.
Okay.
It's an ebook. It's a hard copy, as we saw with you holding it in your hands. It is an audio book, and it's
Okay,
available on those three
audio.
platforms. Yeah, it's audio as well.
Okay.
On Amazon, on Barnes and Noble, on Audible, iTunes. So I really, wanted to make it uh, palatable for anybody who's not just the reader, but I think listening is the new reading as well. And
Yes, it is.
with the audiobook boom and really being able to make the book come alive, not just in a recitation, but as a conversation, I think people are going to feel it as you listen to it.
Oh, awesome. I'm gonna have to get it on audio too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On audio
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Okay.
It's a lot of hard work with the audio, but hey,
Yeah. Now,
it's not
did
just
you
gonna do
read it?
itself.
Did you read the audio, or you
Yeah,
had some?
oh yeah,
Oh, it's you
yeah. It's
on
me.
it.
It's me doing
Oh,
the narration. Oh
wow.
yeah, it's me doing the narration. Yeah,
Okay.
I think to really get the authenticity of it, you got to do your own. And so
Yeah.
I think I've got maybe about 6 or 7 audiobooks out there,
Okay.
and it's all curated by me, all narrated by
Awesome.
me. So yeah.
Okay. That's
Sometimes
really
you listen
good.
to your favorite writers, and you say, and you listen. All right, let me get the audio, and you doing the sample. And you're like, that's
That's
not
not them.
them.
Right.
So I want the
Yeah.
authenticity and the tonality to come from me to hit you.
Wow.
You know.
Okay, that's amazing. So I'm gonna have to listen to it on audio. But I love to read, so I love to read a good book and in the
Yeah,
morning on the porch. I love to read. So I do both. So
absolutely.
I'm definitely gonna get it on audio. So everyone watching, get it on audio too. I know some people they say I can't read a book. It need to be on audio. Well, Dear Queen is on audio.
Say less.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Eddie, it's been a pleasure having you here on the show again, and just tell the audience, something about believing in themselves. It's a lot of people actually now I've seen that actually are trying to write books, wanting to write books, have a desire to write books. They're starting books. So, give some hope to those that, think it's a struggle to be an author, and some encouragement, that they need to believe in themselves and get their story out.
Yeah, dealing with procrastination, dealing with imposter syndrome, the whole aspect of you not thinking that you're good enough. I've dealt with all of it. And I had to shake some of it off just the other day to begin to write a new project. And a lot of times we're hit with all of that, and it tries to knock out our dream, it tries to knock out our goal, tries to knock out our self belief. Everybody gets knocked down, but a knockdown is not a knockout unless you stay down. You got to believe in yourself. I believe if you start, God will help you finish. But it's your responsibility to start. Some of us have been procrastinating on the business. Some of them been procrastinating on the blueprint for the book to make it happen, on starting the project, this, that, and the other. This is not the time to procrastinate. This is the time to empower yourself and believe that what God gave you is good enough. You're good enough. Go after it. Your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. It's your time.
Yes, yes. Well, Dr. Eddie, tell everyone how they can find you on social media, how they can connect with you, and even your platform for public speaking. How can they connect with you?
Oh, absolutely. The revolution not only be televised, it'll be digitized. All you have to do is simply go to my website. It's dreddieacademy.com. I want you to join my academy. We focus on faith, identity, relationship, speaker training. If you really want to see the growth and the development, and you harnessing your gift and you profiting from your pain and really pushing forward and healing from the vestiges of your past, my academy is the place. And I'd love to see your face in our digital space. dreddieacademy.com. And then, of course, connect with me Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and we don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. I guarantee you, connect with me, and I'm going to empower you to believe in yourself.
Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. Well, Dr. Eddie, it has been a pleasure having you on the show today. This book is amazing. And just thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Kings and Queens, for joining me on today for Believe in Yourself Tuesday.